why. Now, some people may say that shed hunting is a nice, gentle, safe activity to do, but for me, it became a treacherous walk of hell. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the treacherous story of how I had to suffer through the blistering snows and treacherous walks. Shads. So in today's story is a lesson of the rewards of shed hunting. Ooh, that's nice. And also the disasters that come to it with the treacherous walks and the blistering snows. So without further ado, fellas, buckle up. This is my story and my shed hunting adventure. Oh, look here, boys. We got ourselves some heifer beds. Now, I don't see sheds of these, so I guess these degenerates dropped them somewhere else, but so far a good sign of this first spot. At least the deer are cozying down somewhat close. Hopefully we want to traverse about 5 miles, get to the end of this. Believe we find these sheds that we're looking for. And there are some huge heifers in this plow woods. And to say these are smart deer would be an understatement. In the deer world, these deer would be called geniuses because they survived on this plow land for this long, but hopefully we find their sheds so we can, get on them next year. Well, boys. Things are starting to look up around this joint. There's a lot of deer tracks rolling around, and these are a bit fresh, but that actually does not mean much. The only thing that matters now is find those big heifer antlers. It is a nice 20 degrees out right now, but the sun is making it not feel as bad, and of course there's no wind yet. But besides that, we've reached the swamp, and of course, these swamp bucks like to hide their antlers in the garbage, so we gotta go scruffling around through there. But besides that, I'll catch y'all when hopefully we find something. Ooh, look at here. What is this? A deer crossing over the creek. Did it fall through? Let's do a little more exploring around this joint. Maybe we'll get lucky. Where are these heifers? Alright, fellas, so the first patch of swamp did not go so successful. We're of course on another set of deer tracks. Well, the sun's blinding. But we're on another set of deer track, and hopefully they take me to the shed heaven. Find some huge horns. But we're on mile 1. I don't know how many miles we're gonna walk. We're not stopping until we have a stack of horns. But besides that, it's time to find these horns. Whew. Quite the journey. Now, what I'm doing is, I've noticed these heifer bucks have been rubbing their antlers on these small little trees. Hopefully one was dumb enough to go rubbing on one and, knock off those horns of his. And maybe I can hopefully get one, because I've seen a lot of people try to find some sheds out here, so hopefully we're not late to the party. It is public land now, so these spots might have been already picked clean. We have hit pay dirt. There's the promised lands. If there's gonna be any sheds, they're gonna be right down there, because there are some amazing scrapes, and it's in some thick garbage, of course. So hopefully they knocked off them glorious racks and we can get them. That is some fresh stuff right there. Okay, fellas, it's a bit rough to bring that camera in, so I'm gonna put on the good old GoPro and bring you all with me. But this one's gonna be still rolling in case I, slip up and you can see it from a different angle. Besides that, it's time to get searching. Okay, boys, there's a good scrape right over there, so hopefully there's something. But this is not the best time to be looking for scrapes unless it's just a freshly dropped one, because if it's a bit older, it's been marinating, let's just say, it's gonna be covered by the snow, so it's gonna be hard to spot, and it's gonna look sort of like a twig and such. So we just got to be more aware of our surroundings, and sniffing these things out is a bit hard. That's a scrape. You gotta be kidding me. I saw that and my heart started to race. I thought I found one. Nope. Oh. Oh boy. Huh. We got ourselves a little spike. Oh my. I walked right past this one. Ugh. But we found one. It may not be the most impressive of antlers, but we found one. That is one antler to add to the good old scoreboard. Okay, fellas, we found our first antler. Now, this is not the most impressive specimens, but to say this is a public land antler, so a lot of antlers probably already been swooped up or they're not even falling off, but it is getting to late February, so the antlers should be off, to be honest, so this is a pretty good find. But we're going to go to a new spot because I've been walking out here for about almost 2 hours, and this is the only find that we found, but hopefully our next spot is more profitable. What kind of wasteland is this? Only a mile to go. Nothing bad. Okay, boys, so the first spot went well. We found ourselves one horn, but now we're just gonna go to our next spot. Now this next spot is a pretty thick plot of land. There's a lot of brush and crap, so they're gonna be hard to see, but in my opinion, there's a greater chance of them knocking off them horns of them. So besides that, let's just get to searching. Okay, boys, it's time to begin another long set of miles to go look for some antlers, of course. But before we embark on this journey, let's just take a little rest. That's enough resting. Okay, fellas, it's now time to go searching for more heifer antlers. Now, we're gonna be walking for a few more miles, hopefully not, because hopefully we find some of these antlers, but besides that, we just gotta start searching. Some old heifer deer tracks. Okay, we have to be getting close to a big antler. Now, this is, I would think, a good spot. There's a lot of garbage for their antlers, of course, to be knocked off. Seeing how we walk through literally a wasteland of non-deer antlers, I'm holding my breath. I've been snared. Okay, fellas, I'm going with a new bold strategy. We're gonna go through the thick garbage, and hopefully we find something, you know, knocked off. And maybe if we can find their beds, we find the antlers. That's just a theory I'm going with. Okay, guys, there's not much to speak of antler-wise. This place is pretty bare bones, to say the least. So we're gonna go to the next spot, and hopefully that just at least has some signs of life or antlers. Now, fellas, the last spot did not go so well. We didn't even find their bedding. Doesn't help things out, but we did not see any antlers. The snow was pretty thick, so they could have been covered, but it was just desolate and lifeless out there of anything. But besides that, we're going to our bow hunting spot. Now, this is where I saw those big heifers. Now we're going towards the more thick garbage, where there's a greater chance of them knocking them things off and in their front room. But besides that, let's find some huge ass antlers. Ooh. You gotta look everywhere, folks. You don't know where any of these pesky antlers could be hiding. Now, we're in our bow hunting spot where we've been seeing some pretty magnificent heifers. And this is not exactly where I put my stand, but like further off in the garbage where I can't really shoot a bow or really a gun. I know the deer like to hide in this for obvious reasons, so I would say this is a pretty nice spot to look for antlers. Find them. Oh, wait. What is that? stick. Okay, fellas, now here's a status report on the situation we have. Now, our successes have been slim, so we walked a lot with just one success. Now, we saw them in bow season, but that doesn't mean we're really gonna be finding their antlers. They could be on the mile down the road for all I know, but this is our best chance to find monster antlers. But besides that, we just need to get on it. Okay, boys, we just hit pay dirt. Oh boy, that is fine. This is a good find. Well, sadly, this buck perished. Sadly, but there ain't much I can do about that. This guy looks like he's been fermenting out in the woods for a long time. I mean, the mice have started chewing on his antlers. Bastards. I would say this would have been almost about a mounter, maybe. I don't know, I have to take a look at where the ears were, but this was a fine buck. I wish his antlers would have dropped, not the carcass, but this guy's just been fermenting out here forever. I mean, just look at this. It's a mess. Okay, fellas, we have found ourselves a heifer of a skull. Now, this guy is, like I said earlier, has been marinating out into the woods for a bit, but that's alright. Sadly, we cannot find this guy sooner because the mice went to work on this guy. I mean, they just chewed this guy right the hell. And this ain't no thing to hang on the wall, but it's a good thing to collect. And it does say there was big bucks back when I was really little. But besides that, this is sadly the end of the search. Okay, boys, now we've hit the jackpot now. Now, this skull is on the old side, so it's probably a few years older, but it is a pretty nice 8-point buck, or it was a pretty nice 8-point buck. But all in all, this was a pretty successful shed hunt, especially since it was in the snow, to say the least. But we got ourselves what we were looking for, and that's all that counts. It's always good to see that there was at least a big buck in the woods at one point, but hopefully next video we find those big heifer antlers if they haven't dropped. But besides that, this is sadly the end of the shed hunt. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see your last squirrel hunt, video down here. And of course, if you fellas want to see your last coyote hunt, video down here. But besides that, I'll see you all next video. See ya.